All right, let's go over how to convert the Raven image for Project One from the bitmap file to the Illustrator vector. So go ahead, download the Raven from Blackboard, and just a refresher on that. It is under Course Materials, Project Addendums, Project One Extra Files, and it's going to be under the Raven. You have to click on the zoom so it's at the largest, and you can right click to save image as, or you can just click and drag it onto your desktop. Either system works. Once you have it on your desktop, you can go to File, Place, and double click on Raven. You're going to get this little place icon. This is also going to be the symbol in InDesign, so if you're comfortable with the one, it's going to work the same. If you click and slide like my mouse just did, you have to do it again. Sometimes my mice bug, so if it does it, don't panic, just do it again. Also, you can, and I'm going to deselect, I'm just going to minimize a little bit. If it was on your desktop, you can just click and drag it in also. Or if it's on your thumb drive, whatever you're using, or Dropbox if you're at home. Either works, whichever one you prefer. Again, part of this semester is just getting used to what system works best for you. I'm going to go ahead and put a solid fill on the background so that we can sort of see what's going on. I'm going to pick this weird purpley color. You can object arrange, send it to back, or if you right click on the actual shape that you just built, arrange, send to back. Again, whichever way you prefer. It is also shift command, left bracket to the back, right bracket to the front, so you can just use your keyboard also. So you have three ways that you can do your arrangements. So again, if you're the keyboard, it is shift command, left or right bracket, depending if you want to send it to the front or the back. Let's go ahead and switch tools. Deselect. Remember, when I say deselect, just click off of the actual artboard somewhere and it just, deselects everything so that you have a fresh start. Click on the Raven. Go up here to image trace. You don't have to use the drop down. It's going to default the one that it thinks works best for you. If you're working with something that's more photographic, then you'll change the parameters. But for now, let's just click on the image trace. It's going to go through the process. If you didn't like it, you can go into the presets. These were all of the options there. But what it does is going to be what we need. Just simply hitting trace is not enough. You have to click on expand. Now it is vector. And like I said in class, it's good for your own drawings, especially if you're heavily into illustration. You can illustrate your own pieces, bring it in as a JPEG, TIFF, whatever, PSD file, any of those work. And then do the image trace and expand, and you'll be working with your own pieces. So that is super awesome. But we don't want this background. So anything that you do, whether it's an image, the line art that I provided, or something of your own, you're gonna have a little bit of cleanup. Just don't use photos. They look really sort of crappy with it, so just avoid those. All right, I've deselected. I'm gonna switch to my direct select. I'm going to click on the white part because I don't want that, and I'm going to go ahead and hit delete. And that's the delete on your main keyboard where you have your number row at the top, the minus, the plus, and then it's the next one, the delete. Now it's completely editable. I can click on him, change it to a hot pink, whatever color you want, that's fine. If you switch back to your regular select, it's going to select everything, and that includes those white outlines. If you don't want those white outlines, let's go ahead. I'm going to put red since it's easier to find, and red. Okay, so now we have just the solid fill. So if you just wanted the shape without the details, that works. I'm going to do 2 undos with my Command Z. One more. There we go. If you just move, if you just click on the green and slide it over, the white bits stay into place. This is an option also. Now they are going to stay linked together, So if you move it, they're going to move together, and that might not be what you want. So if you want just the bird, go to edit, cut, that is Command X. The bird is now gone. I am going to switch back to my regular select. Apple V, paste it. Now the bird is by itself, and the sort of outline highlighty bits are on their own layer. So you can segment these apart also. I'm just going to zoom in so you can sort of see what's happening. You can see through him now, so you can get interesting effects with that. And if you didn't want this, or if you wanted to use it as, I don't know, E is our free transform, maybe it's some sort of texture now. The options are pretty much endless, whichever one works best for you. Oops, don't delete your background. But I am going to delete those, and I'm just going to toss him to the side. So either of those work. I'm going to show it again, and then we're going to chop him up a bit. Image trace, expand. Wait till it says expand. Click expand, exact same thing. Deselect, click on the background. Hit your delete. I'm just going to leave him how he is for now. But what I want is maybe just the head. So this is those clipping masks we started looking at. All right, I want what is in the box to be visible. And you're gonna be like, no, it has a fill on it. That's okay, this is what we want. Have it selected, hold down that shift key or click and drag over both. Have them both selected, and you have to be in the regular selection. I can't emphasize this enough. If you are in the direct select, it is going to get all chopped up and messed up. So if you aren't sure, just deselect, make sure you're on the regular select, and select both of them. Right click, make a clipping mask, and now all of the rest of it's sort of tucked away. Behind this box, we can't see it. Now it's still there. So when I hover, you can see the lines are still there. So if I double click, it's going to pop us into this clip group. So I can, push him around if I didn't like how I had him oriented. Just click the left arrow back, and then get you back to where you need to be. And maybe for this guy, I don't know, maybe he's going to be in the corner. And I'm just going to option select him, and he's just going to be this weird repeat pattern. So you can, crop him that way. Going back to this weird green one, and maybe, you didn't want the bottoms. You can go, bottoms of feet, you can go into your direct select, and you can see how these are all open and these are closed. That will take care of that part, although it does leave that awkward little bit there. I'm just going to keep chopping till I see something that works. So you can go in and with your direct select, start morphing it. I think the one class I did the demo where I gave him a little bit of a mohawk. Why not? But that's just using your direct select versus your regular select. Remember, regular select moves everything and helps you resize it. Direct select, when you click on one of the points, is going to edit just that point. So it's going to depend on your work style. So again, file, place that photo, drag it on from wherever you have it saved, do your trace, do your expand, delete that background, and you can go from there. And so however you wish to use the bird in Project One, go for it. The options are pretty much endless, but the bird does need included in our book cover design. All right, good luck and have fun.